Assalamu alaikum, Adab, Sat Sri Akal, and a very warm welcome to all our listeners and viewers. You are tuned into Studio Khania, your go-to source for insightful and educational content, broadcasting straight from YouTube studio GSS Khania. I'm your host and host RJ Mukaddas, and with me is my wonderful co-host
RJ Samana. Hello everyone. We are delighted to have you join us for another exciting episode of our audio podcast here at Studio Khanyar, Light, Camera, Education. And we are dedicated to bringing you the best in educational content, inspiring stories and valuable information.
जेंजी ये जेंजी वो सामाइन आप सब लोग जानते हैं आजकल की जनरेशन कई माँ बापों के नाक में दम करके रख देती है और आज हमारा जो टॉपिक है पॉडकास्ट इसी के बारे में हमें कंटिन्यू करेंगे.
I am Zuha.
I am Soha.
Hello, I am Amifa.
And I'm Dr. Martin. I'm the teacher mentor. So we'll be connected this discussion, and this discussion will revolve around the issues that the Gen Z is facing, the challenges that they are facing in their day-to-day lives, and the type of the problems which were not there beforehand, but now they have arisen. And the problem is that our generation, we have not been able to identify with those problems. Instead, we have been trying to impose our thoughts and decisions on our children, on the Gen Z. But the problem here lies that we don't understand what the problems are, and unless we don't understand the problem, we won't be able to give a solution to those problems. And because Kashmir is a very well-knit society where the children are very close to their parents, so most of the decisions are made by the parents. So the decision making, until and unless we don't completely comprehend what the problems are with the student, we won't be able to help them out and move with the changing times and the changing seasons. So here we have 5 students. They are from different backgrounds. So I may ask students from one by one so that they can give their names and also a bit of the introduction and the background as to where they came from and as to what they represent. Let us start with you.
My name is Samana Nazir and my father's name is Nazir Ahmed. I have been raised at Harwan, but when I was in class 7th, I have to change my area from Harwan to Navhata, and I'm a student of class 11th, and I'm from stream commerce in Government Girls Higher Secondary School, Khanyar.
Here I would like to ask you, Samana.
Yes, sir.
You have been raised in a joint family, as you said.
Yes, sir.
But the problem that the Gen Z is facing is that we are moving more towards the nuclear families now.
Yes, sir.
And it poses its own kind of challenges.
Yes, sir.
There are some societal problems. There are some problems that the children, for example, we used to be raised with the cousins. There were so many of them. It was joint families.
Yes, sir.
Our parents, even if they are working, both mother and father, it used not to be a big issue because there were so many people who used to take care of us. And sometimes we had to fend for ourselves as well.
Yes, sir.
But as you can see in this generation, and now maybe most of us, we have shifted from our joint families into nuclear families.
Yes,
so what do you think has changed? What do you think, what are the problems that have risen because of this phenomena, and how can we help it?
In my eyes, I must say the communication between the students, between the Gen Zs, is a big thing which I see has changed. As we all have raised in a joint family and then we changed in a nuclear family. In joint family, we talk with everyone, we law a lot, and different thoughts have been shared in joint family. In nuclear family, all have just to look for themselves. We don't have a lot of friends. There are a lot of family members with whom we can share a lot of thoughts. So, in my opinion, everyone is becoming introvert, and this is a bad thing that we shouldn't be an introvert guy. जब तक हम अपनी बात को आगे बोलेंगे नहीं तब तक हम कैसे जान पाएंगे कि क्या हो रहा है, या हमारे अगर कुछ मसले हैं तो हमें उन्हें हल करना है. अगर हम वो किसी को बोलेंगे तभी तो वो हल होंगे. जब हम अपने पास ही वो रखेंगे वो मसले, आगे बोलेंगे नहीं, किसी को बोलेंगे नहीं कि ये हो रहा है क्या करूं, तो वो मसले तो ज़्यादा ही ख़राब हो जाएंगे, सुलझेंगे नहीं.
Now, I like to take the same topic to Soha. Soha, as we have seen, we had uncles, we have aunts, and they played a very important part in our lives. In a positive manner, obviously, as a Gen Z, when we are in our teens, we feel that they are very bad influence. Some of us may feel that they impose such decisions on us, which may not be our liking. But we understand that in most of the time they are right, even though they don't understand, but in the heart of their hearts, all they look for is the goodness of the children. But the same problem arises again. The nuclear families, we have either one child or we have two child. So don't you think the new generation is deprived of the aunts? Either you won't have an aunt or you won't have an uncle, maternal as well as paternal. So you won't have your cousins. You will be raised with a brother or a sister, and that is it. When you grow up, when you have function and your get-togethers, when you want to share your happiness and your sadness with somebody, there won't be anybody. So you will be forced to go to social media. You will be forced to go for the artificial friends. So what are your thoughts about it?
In this generation, regardless of whether we are close with our cousins, with our family, distant relatives, the generation will turn to social media either way. I don't think it is as connected, being close with people, and because the exposure, social media's exposure has started from a very young age for our generation. People have mobile phones, access everything. Having people live nearby or in the same locality, I feel like that wouldn't change much. People would still turn because the influence and the exposure has been from such a young age कि वो फर्क नहीं पड़ेगी, वो तो भी टर्न करेंगे उसकी तरफ.
Now, Zuha, I want to continue the same topic with you. The relationships, they were personal. Now it's artificial. Now it's only online. It's digital. So you don't have any real friends. Maybe you'll have 5,000 friends on Facebook. So you become so introvert, as Soha said, that you won't be able to. No longer you'll be able to connect. We have seen families getting torn apart. And do you think this is one of the reasons that the relationship now, because if you want to connect to somebody, even you don't call, all we need to do is a WhatsApp or a Snapchat or we text them. So in person, or we don't give them a phone call. It's the thing is it is getting more digital. The relationships are getting superficial and digital. So what are your thoughts about it?
Honestly, I think personal relations, regardless of the presumptions made, are extremely subjective. It depends on the person. For example, me, I can only talk about myself. When I talk about, I cannot use general statements. And when we talk about opinion, it is the lowest form of statement because it requires no prior knowledge. And when I talk about it, I think social media does have its own pros. Obviously, there is huge chance of networking, a lot of international outlets, a lot of knowledge availability, but the personal relationships that had major dependency and dominant, that were dominant previously, are obviously diminishing. But in the same, as we find connectivity on social media, and even the digital tags that are used, for example, relatable and all, relatable, or like different hashtags or keywords that you use, that is to foster a higher audience of the same values and same problems for that matter. And Gen Z is purely obsessed with being sad. It is a motive of that, but it is not new. The motive of being sad and wanting to be sad, having like trauma, the word trauma has been overly used. It is not a new thing because if you in the book by Friedrich Nietzsche, in the Genealogy of Morals, he said that there was a time when people, like we watch circus, like we watch comedy shows, they used to watch horses getting beaten up, and then a period occurred. It was called the internalization of man, because this was considered what? Immoral. The whole nation of aristocratic dependency of good and evil was diminished into good and bad, because bad was just the absence of goodness. So the whole internalization of man, that is where the whole concept of suicide, self-harm, all of this came. And Gen Z not only has like embraced it, they have made partly their personality of it all. And this in turn fosters bad relationships. It affects your mental health. It affects your personality. And being introvert is not a bad thing. Being antisocial is. Having an introversion, it is a Myers-Briggs scale. Being introversion, it just means that you gain energy by being alone. That I am an introvert, but then there is being antisocial. There is a huge misconception of that. Extrovert and introvert, there is no good and bad in that. It just is. Antisocial is bad. Introvert is not bad. Antisocial is that you cannot stand meeting people. You get anxious, and if you do not battle that, you are going nowhere. So that is another problem and misconceptions and misdemeanors faced by Gen Z.
Thank you, Zoha. So, Muqaddas, another problem that the Gen Z is facing right now is about the genuineness of how we relate to what our peers and what our friends they are doing. For example, there is a platform called Instagram, and as we see on the Instagram, people are posting their pictures while they are vacationing abroad. They are living a very luxurious life, and then we look upon ourselves and we feel that our life is so monotonous and so boring. It creates a sense of deprivation. It creates a sense of insecurity. It creates a sense of wanting more in less time without doing much thing. Because as you know, most of the things that can be done are done through hard work, and it requires the patience, and it requires complete traversing the path rather than going for shortcuts. But these platforms, when we see, and then there are there are people over there. They call themselves motivation speakers or influencers, and then they tell you there are shortcuts for becoming rich and becoming beautiful, and these are the trends that are being set. Obviously, as Zoha had earlier said, it was always there. The innate feeling of violence, show off, jealousy, it was always there in a different form altogether. But right now it's manifesting itself in the form of social media because people are getting a chance. So I would ask you, what do you think are the ill effects of social media on a person? The genuineness of it being okay, but the fakeness of it, that is being a problem. So what are your thoughts about it?
मेरे ख्याल से आजकल के जो जनरेशन है, ये स्टोरी बिगिन असली में अगर हम देखें तो पेरेंट्स से स्टार्ट होती है. पेरेंट्स आर मच बिजर इन देयर वर्क, प्रॉपर टाइम नहीं मिलता है बच्चे को. एंड आई हैव एक्सपीरियंस पर्सनली व्हाट डज द लाइक बच्चे को क्या होता है, दे नीड टू वेंट आउट टू समबडी एल्स, दे गो फॉर द सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म एनी अदर लाइक. और ये लाइक मेजर केसेस पे अगर बच्चा खाना नहीं खा रहा होता है कोई, हम उसको लिटरली फ़ोन हाथ में दे देते हैं ताकि वो देखे एंड फ़ोन पे फोकस करें एंड गुड. उससे क्या तो एडिक्शन हो जाती है उस बच्चे को. वो तब तक खाना नहीं खाएगा जब तक उसका हाथ में फ़ोन नहीं होगा. एंड उसके बाद अगर ये प्लेटफॉर्म जब यहीं से देते हो ना इंसान को, द पर्सन विल नेवर लाइक डू हार्ड वर्क. यहाँ से सारी फैसिलिटीज़ प्रोवाइड करना इन अ लिमिटेड मैनर इज़ माई लाइक ओपिनियन. एक लिमिटेड मैनर में फैसिलिटीज़ प्रोवाइड करना. इफ़ लाइक अ पर्सन वांट टू स्टडी, बच्चे को पढ़ाना है, उसका एम बड़ा है, तो वो बुक्स लाइक वो सारा फैसिलिटीज़ प्रोवाइड करो, बट इतनी नहीं करो कि वो बच्चा हार्ड वर्क करना ही भूल जाए. मेरे लिए क्या होता है, पहले क्या होता है कि ट्यूशन सेंटर्स होते थे, एजुकेशन काफ़ी ज़्यादा, जो कंपटीशन था वो काफ़ी कम था, मगर एजुकेशन का जो स्टैंडर्ड था उस टाइम पे, जो कंपटीशन भी था उतना नहीं था, बट डिफ़िकल्टीज फेस होती थी. मोस्ट ऑफ द पेरेंट होते वो लाइक नहीं होते थे पढ़े लिखे, उनको नहीं पता था कि बच्चे को गाइडेंस कैसे करनी होती है. आजकल के पेरेंट्स इतना सब होकर भी, वेल एजुकेटेड होने के बाद भी, दे लाइक प्रॉपर टाइम देते ही नहीं अपने बच्चों को. उससे मेजरली क्या होता है, द पर्सन गेट डिपेंडेड अपॉन समबडी एल्स. उनको जो एक नर्चरिंग अ चाइल्ड इज़ द मोस्ट डिफिकल्ट थिंग. इसी वजह से क्या होता है कि मोस्ट ऑफ द लाइक बच्चे के अभी सेकंड में ही बच्चा होता है, ही हैज़ एन इंस्टाग्राम अकाउंट, सेकंड में होता है ही पोस्ट लाइक पिक्चर्स एंड ऑल, दे वहाँ पे अपने फ्रेंड्स बनाता है. एंड देन व्हाट हैपन इन द केस, ऐसे ऑनलाइन फ्रेंड्स बना के दे लाइक अ प्लान फॉर गोइंग समवेयर एंड कैच अप द प्लान. एंड मोस्ट ऑफ द केसेस में क्या हुआ, एंड आई हैव एक्सपीरियंस पर्सनली, देयर वाज माई वन ऑफ माई फ्रेंड, शी वॉज स्टडिंग आउट इन कोलम्बिया. उसने ऐसी ऑनलाइन फ्रेंड्स बनाए थे वहाँ पे, लाइक शी वॉज, उसको सेम केस था. एंड व्हाट हैपेंड थे कि उसने जो दोस्त बनाए थे, दे वर लाइक टोटली फेक, नॉट द रियल फ्रेंड्स. उसकी वजह से क्या हो गया, शी लॉस्ट हर लाइफ. दिस इज़ द मेन केस एंड आई हैव पर्सनली एक्सपीरियंस इट. सो मुझे लगता है कि इस टाइम पे क्या हो जाए, अब पेरेंट्स शुड बी लाइक, पेरेंट्स हैव टू बी देयर एट एनी कॉस्ट. मोस्ट ऑफ द पेरेंट्स के टाइम पे आजकल, लाइक आई हैव पर्सनली गॉन थ्रू, कि पेरेंट्स आजकल बोलते हैं हमने तो इतनी फैसिलिटीज़ रखी है, हमारे टाइम पे इतनी फैसिलिटीज़ नहीं होती थी वगैरह वगैरह. सो मुझे लगता है कि मोस्ट जो सबसे चीज़ एक इम्पॉर्टेंट है कि वो एक बच्चे की नर्चरिंग है, एंड दैट्स लाइक पेरेंट्स के लिए। पहले तो कोचिंग सेंटर्स हुआ करते थे, बच्चा जाता था यहाँ से, आज लिटरली होम ट्यूशन्स भी आते थे। बच्चे को एक्सपोजर है ही नहीं बाहर जाने का कहीं पे, बच्चा अपने कमरे में ही पढ़ रहा है। एंड लाइक जो पेरेंट्स है वो इवेंचुअली मेरे ख्याल से लाइक तवज्जो भी नहीं देते कि बच्चा पढ़ क्या रहा है, कहाँ से पढ़ रहा है, किसके लिए पढ़ रहा है, क्या कर रहा है, जो पढ़ रहा है वो ठीक है कि नहीं है। एंड द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग है कि आजकल लिटरली 2nd क्लास के बच्चे को मानो आईफोन होता ही होता है। दिस हैव लाइक ये ट्रेंड है, आजकल हर किसी के पास आईफोन होता है। ये नहीं कि किसी के पास कभी ऐसे भी लोग होते हैं जो लाइक जिन लोगों ने लिटरली गुर्बत देखी होती है अपनी लाइफ में, उन के माइंड में है ही नहीं। इससे इंसान क्या होता है कि एंड देन जो पेरेंट्स आते हैं वो टीचर्स को ही बोलते हैं कि आप हमारे बच्चे को कुछ बोलते नहीं हो, ये कैसे हाथ से निकल गया वगैरह वगैरह। बट लाइक मेजरली क्या होता है कि पेरेंट्स खुद इस बात पे तवज्जो नहीं देते एंड दे ब्लेम देन टीचर्स कि आपका काम है ये सब करना, इनको करना, हम स्कूल में होते ही नहीं है, स्कूल में ये बच्चे होते हैं मोस्टली। और फिर स्कूल मुझे लगता है द सेकेंड फैमिली फॉर अ स्टूडेंट, बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ द दिन के टाइम वो स्कूल में गुजारता है। एंड उसके बाद भी आप स्कूल भी कभी कभी बच्चे को बोलते हो कि हाँ जाओ, फिर वहाँ से आगे बच्चा कहता हो थका हुआ होता है, आप उसको लिटरली फ़ोन देते हो यहीं से, सारा प्लेटफॉर्म यहीं से देते हो। व्हाट इफ अगर वो बच्चा है उसको बाहर थोड़ा खेलने दो एंड उसके बाद वो खुद पढ़ाई करने के लिए बैठेगा, उसको खुद एक रियलाइजेशन आनी चाहिए। डांटना चिल्लाना इज समथिंग एंड इसी वजह से क्या होता है कि लाइक जेन ज़ी हैव द वर्ड डिप्रेशन, लोनलीनेस वगैरह, these come into the phases. And
so you have raised a very important point. The point is our parents, they have come from very humble backgrounds, most of the parents. It's not a case of a particular family household. Generally the population was poor, and when they grew up they worked very hard, they faced hardships, and these hardships, it turned them into stone. As we say, the real gold comes out of the fire when it passed through the fire. So Muqaddas, you have raised a very important point that the parents have given us all the facilities. Is this a problem? I'll explain my question. Because until and unless your child doesn't know what's a hardship, what is a deprivation, what is longing, what's something which is called longing for something, wishing for something, waiting for something. Because these are some of the things, as you said, that the facilities are so many and the parents are leaving no stones unturned to do all the facilities. And that have made us dull. The Gen Z is dull. Is this true? And how far is it true?
I guess facilities इस time पे provide करना is
What
a
should be
basic
done?
thing. It is a basic thing, facility provide करना. But उसके साथ साथ the person like पेरेंट्स को रियलाइज़ करवाना है अपने बच्चे को कि अगर हमें दे रहे हैं इसका आउटकम भी हमें अच्छा मिलना चाहिए। पेरेंट्स लाइक वी हैव गिवन यू अपॉर्चुनिटी, दिस इज योर फैसिलिटी, एंड देन दे मेक अ स्टेटमेंट अगर ये नहीं भी होता है डोंट वरी अबाउट इट, बिकॉज आई ऑलरेडी सेड कि इस जनरेशन में हैव द वर्ड डिप्रेशन, सुसाइड एंड ऑल दिस, ये कॉमन है सब चीज़।
Why is it so?
I think parents, like if I talk about parents like our parents doesn't want कि हमारा future जो वो dark हो, they want us a bright future, but एक pressure जब create हो जाता है, this is the thing, like बच्चे आजकल sensitive बहुत ज़्यादा है, हर एक केस बहुत ज़्यादा सेंसिटिव है। बट जहाँ तक मुझे लगता है कि थोड़ी सी फैसिलिटीज़ प्रोवाइड करने के बाद पर्सन शुड रियलाइज कि हार्ड वर्क बोलते किसको है। मतलब मेरे को लगता है इसका एक ऑल्टरनेटिव ये है कि अगर आप अपने बच्चे के साथ थोड़ा टाइम स्पेंड करते हो, टेक देम आउट, गरीब बच्चे होते हैं उनको दिखाओ ये फैसिलिटीज़ उनके पास नहीं है, यू हैव, एंड नाउ थिंक कि आपको इनसे कितना ऊपर करना है। एंड उनके पास उतनी फैसिलिटीज़ नहीं है, वो कैसे जी रहे हैं। आजकल के बच्चे क्या होते हैं, उनके पास सब कुछ होता है, लिटरली खाने के लिए भी सब कुछ होता है, एंड दे आर वेरी चूजी अबाउट इट, कोई ये नहीं खाएगा वो नहीं खाएगा। शो देम अदर थिंग, लाइक कि कुछ बच्चों के पास 2-3 दिन के बाद खाने को मिलता है, उस बेसिस पे मुझे लगता है कि
Zuha, I want to take the same question to you. Basically, a couple of days back, I was hearing a podcast by a famous film star, and he being the affluent of the society, even he was saying, whenever my child asks me something, it's not that I provide the same thing. It's not that I cannot provide. Let it be a basic thing like a chocolate or anything. But I make sure I remember it, I write it down, and then I provide it on the very second day, so that the child should not think that whatever comes out of my mind, it's readily available. Because once he leaves the society and he leaves his household and moves out in the society, the society is very brutal. The problem is we are creating, as Muqaddas had rightly pointed out, the cases of anxiety and suicides and other things. The problem is that we are creating a generation of weak people, as to say. This is the assumption that I'm making. You may agree or disagree with me. Because ultimately, when you go out, you ask a teacher. A student is studying in a school or in a class, and the teacher scolds him. let it be not for a right reason. The teacher was not justified in doing so. But then what happened in our generations or the generations before, we used to be afraid that we'll go back home and the parents will beat us. They will say that the teacher has beaten you, you must have committed some mistake. That used to make us hard. That used to make us adapt to the reality of the world. The world is not a utopian place. It's a completely imperfect place. And now what happens? The teacher comes to the school, scolds the teacher in front of the child, and it gives a very bad impression to the child. The student thinks, I can go away doing anything. That is, it's just an assumption. You can agree or disagree with me. And when they go out of the school, because that is what they're used to. When they go in a bus, they face a conductor or a rude fellow passenger. When they go out in the street, in a line, in a queue, in a bank, they face the same kind of person. They go out in the work, they face the same kind of boss with a toxic work culture and everything.
Yes.
But he's being bred in a place where he's being told that anything and everything you do is justified. And is this the reason why the students they have gone? They are not being trained for it. Do you think there is something lacking in the education system and a value system in the family as a whole?
I think what is lacking is in the system of adaptation. You know, when we talk about society, it is a dichotomy. It is not a straight line. It is a dichotomy. And one thing about the nature of dichotomy is that people tend to see the extremes. You can be either a silver spoon child or you can be completely deprived of everything. You don't stay that. You stay in the middle if you want to be raised healthy, if you want to be raised healthily, if you want to know what productivity, healthy mindset is. If you deprive a child of their facility, of what everybody around them has, for example, I don't have a phone, all of my friends have a phone, I will feel deprived. And one thing about teenagers is that they have a tendency to be volatile. They have a tendency to be vulnerable.
Why?
Hormones.
It was always there. It must have been always there because you are a
It
human
projected
being
in
at the end of
different
the day.
ways. It was
It's just
it
that you're
always
born in
was-
this generation doesn't
Yes.
make it vulnerable. Why?
No, teenagers were always vulnerable. It just was manifested, it was projected in a different way. We are the children of digital age. You can't take that away from us. That is half of what our age is. जैसे आप लोग बाहर खेलते थे, आप लोगों का वो था, आप लोगों को उस पर डांट पड़ती थी, हमें फ़ोन पे डांट पड़ती है. This is part of our generation. You can't take that away from us. But if you deprive a child from something completely and everybody around them has that, even like a child, like a brat, just spoiled brat, अगर उसके पास भी, you don't go there. That is the extreme dichotomy, the positive dichotomy, the illusion that it gives, the optical illusion of it. But if a teenager is deprived of the facility around it, it gets attached to that deprivation. And then again, the vicious cycle repeats. What is that cycle? Again, suicidal, like self-harm. There is longevity in anxiety. There is anxiety. And again, we have antisocial teenagers again. So sensitivity is not innate. It is not instinctive. It is built in. Nobody is born with a fear. You built it in. Society built it in. And when I say again, it is a dichotomy. You have to raise it in a way vertically. You don't raise it horizontally. So you go to extremes. Either you can be deprived or you can overconsume. Overconsumption, what teenagers right now, what Generation Z does, our generation does, is we consume a lot of sad media. We watch a lot of sad movies. We listen to a lot of sad songs. And if a lyricist does not write sad, like highly illusioned, vast imageries and like very sad lyrics, he's not a good lyricist. She's not a good lyricist. That is the mindset we have. But
we'll move on to another panelist. She's Atifa. Atifa, I was going through an interview. He's a very famous person. He's civil service. He teaches civil services in Delhi. A very famous person of social media. He was saying that there is something called success stories. You know what success story? People will tell you that there's a son of an auto driver, a daughter of a laborer, and they have qualified IAS, they have topped NEET, they have topped examinations. And if she has done it, anybody can do it. So, essentially what they are saying is that you don't need resources. As Zuha was pointing out, this is a digital generation and we have been bred with these resources and they're part of us now. So, and these success stories at the same time, they tell us we don't need the resources. Because the son of an auto driver or a daughter of a very poor person, if she has qualified it, anybody can. But the statistics reveal otherwise. The statistics say that 99% of the students who qualify IAS, IAM, IITs, they belong to upper middle class of the society. 99% of the people. So the statistics, the data here means that it is the resources which are important.
So according to my perspective, it's not about the resources or about like of upper class or poor. It's about the passion of the student, what they feel, and वो कहाँ जाना चाहते हैं, वो क्या करना चाहते हैं. अगर आपको किसी चीज़ के रिलेटेड पैशन है, अगर आपके पास रिसोर्सेज भी नहीं है, still if you have passion you can do it. According to my perspective, I think that passion is the thing that leads you to the to what you crave for basically. Like अगर आपको कुछ बनना है, अब जैसे कि आपने बोला कि ऑटो रिक्शा का वाला का जो है सन डॉटर IAS क्वालिफाई किए विदाउट रिसोर्सेज, उनका वो पैशन था, तो इस वजह से अगर पैशन नहीं होता वो नहीं करते.
But how many of them do really qualify it? That's my point. Very less. The percentage says less than 1%. So again, it says that it's the resources. It's technically the resources that the parents put in, which help the students. Maybe it's the resources that spoils a child. But the point Zoha was making, that it is not a resource, so we must strike a balance between the two. Need of resources is there if we want to succeed. We need to celebrate depravity of resources, but instead we should make sure that the society is inclusive, and if there is inequality in the society, and if the people are not able to give sufficient resources to the students, then the government should step in, or there should be some non-governmental organization, or there should be some mechanism of that sort where those people who you say have the passion, they can also fulfill their dreams and aspirations. So I'm taking the same question to Soha. Soha, we are talking about digital age. So as a person, how do you think the social media has impacted you as a student and as a person?
I feel like as a student, it obviously has its merits and demerits. We have already established that. It has helped in making people aware about opportunities, which हमारे जो parents की generation थी, they weren't aware of the opportunities. बहुत सारी जो उनका अभी भी mindset वैसा ही है. अगर आप देखो social media है, exposure है, सही बात है वो, लेकिन उनका mindset खाली social media change नहीं कर सकता है इस point पे, जब उन्हें एक पर्टिकुलर उनका बिलीफ है कि नहीं 2 ही स्ट्रीम्स है, आप यही कर सकते हो बड़े होके, या और बाकी में सक्सेस रेट बहुत कम है. उनमें ये इंस्टेल किया था जब वो बच्चे थे, और वो आज भी चलता आ रहा है. वो अभी भी नॉट ऑल ऑफ देम, अब मैं सबके लिए नहीं बोल सकती हूँ. ऑब्वियसली देयर आर ओपन माइंडेड पीपल जो अब चेंज अडाप्ट कर रहे हैं जब उनके पास इंफॉर्मेशन है उसके अकॉर्डिंग. लेकिन हर कोई जो होता है, उनका जो आदों का जो माइंडसेट होता है अपने टाइम से, वो चेंज नहीं होता है. बट हमारे पास बिकॉज एक्सपोजर फ्रॉम सच अ यंग एज, हमारा ऑलरेडी वो एक मतलब वो स्ट्रिक्ट वो नहीं थी माइंडसेट ऑलरेडी इस्टेब्लिश कि नहीं ऐसा ही है. वी वर ओपन टू न्यू, एक्सप्लोरिंग न्यू थिंग्स, अपॉर्चुनिटीज़. अगर मैं पढ़ाई के बारे में बात करूँ कि सिर्फ कोई पर्टिकुलर ये नहीं है कि आप ये करोगे तो ही सक्सेस मिलेगी. ऑन द कॉन्ट्ररी, आई थिंक अब आजकल हर चीज़ में इक्वल अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ होती है. आई थिंक इट टोटली डिपेंड्स अपॉन द पर्सन, वो खुद क्या करेंगे. अपॉर्चुनिटी अगर आप चाहो तो आप किसी में भी एक्सीड कर सकते हो. आई थिंक इट टोटली डिपेंड्स अपॉन द पर्सन कि आप खुद, आपके पास जो आपको मिल रहा है, रिसोर्सेज मिल रही हैं, जो भी मिल रहा है आपके पास जितना भी है, आप उसका यूज़ कैसे करोगे. इट टोटली डिपेंड्स अपॉन दैट.
So taking the discussion for the same theme forward, Samana, social media has been considered as a distraction as well.
Yes, sir.
Because as Mukaddas was saying, it's from class 2nd only that the child is basically child only at that age. He's been given an iPhone and has an Instagram account and whatever is there. But what I have seen as a teacher, I'll share my experiences. When we were young, when we were kids, we used to watch the content available for us. Either it was a movie or it was a serial. The movie was around 2.5 hours or 3 hours movie with breaks there, and the serial was usually 35 to 30 minutes, or it was usually 1 hour. So the content we were consuming, it kind of developed patience in us. But as a teacher, what I saw in my class, after teaching for 10 minutes, even if my content is best, even if I use the best of the technology available to me, if the teaching pedagogy I'm using I'm trying to make teaching much interested to the students, but still after 10 minutes, I feel that the students are not able to take it. the patience level, the tolerance level has come so low. So Samana, my question is it the effect of TikTok, shorts, reels, threads, that the threshold of a patience has come down and it is stopping the students? I'm right now talking only about education right now. Students from able to being focused on studying for longer hours, which are required in do at certain times of your life or certain periods of your. If you want to take this question, or I can pass this question to someone. Samana.
I think it is due to TikTok or social media. Students are very distracted from studies and students have less patience in them, because on social media whatever we want we search for that and we got that. And in classroom, as you said, when you are teaching you give an interesting way of teaching, but students are not getting it well or they are just bored of it. And when they are on social media, whatever they want, they got that. If they are, I will give you an example. If they are watching Instagram reels, they just get bored of Instagram reels, so they just skip Instagram and move somewhere else. In classroom, they have to stuck on one thing. So due to social media, students have lost their patience, I think.
Atifa, in China, government has made regulations that up to certain ages you can use social media, or even the use of phones can be made only for a certain period of time. For example, if you are up to age 6, you can use social media not more than 15 minutes. If you are up to age 10, then something 1 hour. And if you're up to age 14, you can't use it for more than 2 hours a day. And if you're more than 18, obviously it is something which is very difficult to regulate, using now getting into people's homes and regulate the amount of time that a person watches the content. But the government in China at that level is trying to regulate it. Do you think it's the right thing to do? And do you think something like that should be done here in India as well? Because we see that parents are failing, as she's saying, parents are failing, the society is failing, the children themselves are too distracted to attracted to it, because it has a lot of the things that the child feels very attracted to do. So do you think the regulation should come from government?
Yes sir, I think it should be done, because अगर हम आजकल देखें, अगर हम अपनी रीजन की बात करें, कश्मीर के रीजन की बात करें, जो 2 या 1 साल के बच्चे हैं, जब उनकी मम्मा को उनको कुछ फीड करना होता है, वो उनके हाथ में फ़ोन देता है, एज मुकद्दस है कि तब तक वो नहीं खाएंगे जब तक उनको फ़ोन नहीं मिलेगा. तो ऑलमोस्ट इफ़ आई टॉक अबाउट माई कज़न्स, वो जो है वो छोटे छोटे है, लाइक बिलो 5 है, एंड वो जो है ऑलमोस्ट उनके हाथ में पूरा दिन फ़ोन होता है. तो तब तक वो ना कुछ खाएंगे, ना पहनेंगे कपड़े, अगर उनको देंगे कुछ, मतलब कुछ भी नहीं करेंगे. दे आर फुल्ली डिपेंडेंट ऑन फोन्स, ऑन द मोबाइल फोन्स. एंड जो ये चाइना का जो ये है, आई थिंक इट्स गुड, क्योंकि एवरीथिंग हैज़ इट्स डिमेरिट्स एंड मेरिट्स, एज सोहा सेड. सो इट्स अप टू द स्टूडेंट एंड अप टू द पेरेंट्स हाउ दे विल, लाइक वो कैसे उनको वो यूज़ करना सिखाएंगे.
So the onus lies on the parents. And what is the responsibility that the child himself has or herself?
The responsibility on child or themselves is that they should know their responsibilities. उनको पता होना चाहिए, if my parents are putting efforts on me, तो मुझे उनके इस पे खड़ा होना है.
Muqaddas, there's a adage which says that a child is never wrong because he's a child. That is what they say. In schools, if there is a problem, if a child behaves badly with the teacher, they say that the problem lies with the teacher, not with the student, because he wasn't able to manage or create an environment so conducive that the students could behave properly. My first question is, do you think this is right? And my second question, again, I'll continue. Second question is, how do you, because we have been talking about social media, the final question regarding this topic theme now, how do you think you can manage your time and your mental health with relation to social media?
In this generation, if we talk about relation between student and teacher, it has been degraded in the most fast of the ways. The first thing I would like to mention is that पहले के ज़माने में क्या होता था, वो एहतराम होता था टीचर के लिए. We would हम आँखें नहीं मिला पाते थे टीचर के साथ, as my parents used to say. आज के जनरेशन में it has been some time टीचर से गलती होती है. To err is human, nobody is perfect. गलतियाँ इंसान से ही होती है, बट कभी कभी हो जाता है टीचर से भी कुछ ओवर बर्डन देता है बच्चे को या फिर थोड़ा सा बहुत डांट देता है. बट इन टुडे जनरेशन आज बच्चा खुद लड़ाई करने उठेगा टीचर से, वो डांटने में उसको उल्टा ही डांटने लगेगा. इफ़ द स्टूडेंट इज लाइक मेरी गलती नहीं है, आपकी गलती है, पेरेंट्स है कि दे वो सपोर्ट टीचर सही है, वो बोलेगा कि मेरा बच्चा सही है एंड यही प्लेटफॉर्म है कि हाँ मेरे बच्चे ने गलती नहीं की, इन्होंने कुछ किया होगा. घर जाके वो उनको समझाएंगे नहीं, उल्टा बोलेंगे मेरे बच्चे को कैसे बोला ये, उसको कैसे बोला ये. पूरा ब्लेम जो होता है वो टीचर्स पे आ जाता है एंड वहाँ पे स्टार्ट हो जाता है कि स्टूडेंट टीचर का रिलेशनशिप डिग्रेड होना स्टार्ट हो जाता है. दूसरी अगर हम सोशल मीडिया की बात करें, मेंटल हेल्थ प्लेज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल. मोस्ट ऑफ द बच्चे आजकल मेरे को लगता है मतलब काफ़ी लोग, और मुझे एक बात लाइक पुट करनी चाहिए कि जो पेरेंट्स आजकल के देखिए लैंग्वेज पर जो हमारी जो असली आइडेंटिटी है कश्मीरी की, दैट इज़ आवर मदर टंग. कश्मीरी लैंग्वेज जो है हमारी, वो लिटरली इनको डिग्रेड कर रहे हैं एंड द पेरेंट्स आर पुटिंग मोर एफर्ट्स कि बच्चे को हमारी इंग्लिश आनी चाहिए, ही बी फ्लुएंट इन इंग्लिश. एंड अगर गलती से बच्चे ने कश्मीरी की लाइक किसी और अपने क्लासमेट के सामने एंड ही बिलोंग्स टू अ गुड फैमिली जहाँ पे इंग्लिश स्पीकिंग में वोकैबुलरी काफ़ी अच्छी है, दैट पर्सन विल थिंक दैट दिस स्टूडेंट इज फ्रॉम अ बैकवर्ड क्लास. वहाँ का एक बहुत बड़ा पर्सपेक्टिव है. एंड मुझे लगता है कि ये पेरेंट्स थी, एज लाइक आपने बताया था कि लाइक स्टूडेंट्स आर नेवर रॉन्ग. Students are basically innocent at their age. They don't know anything about what's right, what's wrong until they face the mistakes, the problems, and they learn on their perspective. The thing is that ये कॉन्सेप्ट डाला जाता है, नोबडी इज़ बॉर्न लाइक ये कॉन्सेप्ट लेके, ये कॉन्सेप्ट लिटरली डाला जाता है हमारी सोसाइटीज़ में, ये रोल प्ले किया जाता है हर टाइम पे. आई बिलोंग टू अ डाउनटाउन फैमिली, मैं अजानकर में रहती हूँ. व्हाट हैपन द अपर एरियाज है सच एज लाल बाजार, बस इट्स अ वेल डेवलप्ड कॉलोनी आउट देयर. वहाँ के जो काफ़ी लोग हैं दे आर वेल डेवलप्ड एंड व्हाट दे थिंक दैट कि ये जो डाउनटाउन के लोग हैं दे आर लाइक कम फ्रॉम लाइक बैकवर्ड क्लास से होता है, इनके पास लाइक दे आर इलिटरेट. बट अगर हम पहले के ज़माने में जाए लाइक बैक इन सम ईयर्स, ये डाउनटाउन ही शहर खास होता था. आज ये कहाँ से कहाँ पहुँचा, दैट इज सेकेंडरी थिंग. बट अगर हम अभी की टेक्नोलॉजी और इसके साथ बात करें, मेरा पर्सपेक्टिव अभी हुई है कि दैट पेरेंट्स आर नॉट गिविंग द फुल अटेंशन, नर्चरिंग द चाइल्ड प्रॉपरली. इट्स एंड इस आज के टाइम पे मेंटल हेल्थ को अपने स्टडीज़ के साथ, क्योंकि एज आई टेल चिल्ड्रंस आर वेरी इनोसेंट, उनको नहीं पता है क्या सही है क्या गलत है, वो क्या कर लेते हैं, उनको थोड़ा सा भी बर्डन पड़ जाता है, दे क्विट फ्रॉम इट, दे नेवर फेस द रियलिटी, दे प्रेफर टू एस्केप फ्रॉम इट. इट हैज़ माई पर्सपेक्टिव कि दे ट्राई टू लाइक टोटली वो भाग जाते हैं उस चीज़ से. अगर कुछ चीज़ गलत हो भी घर से, दे स्टार्ट टू हाइडिंग इट, why not fully confronted the parents. And what happens is कि most of the parents here, they don't like मेंटेन द ब्रीच ऑफ ट्रस्ट बिटवीन देम. अगर बच्चे से कुछ गलती है उनको इतना डाल देता, फिर बच्चा नहीं हो जाता है कंफर्टेबल कि वो अपनी गलतियाँ बोले या अपनी कुछ चीज़ें बोल सके. मेरे पर्सपेक्टिव से मेंटल हेल्थ वहाँ पे थोड़ा ख़राब होना स्टार्ट करती है जब व्हेन पेरेंट्स आर नॉट अंडरस्टैंडिंग यू. एक पेरेंट्स अपने लाइक बच्चों का लाइक द बेस्ट फ्रेंड, द रियल फ्रेंड्स को बोल सकते हैं. दीज अदर लाइक आपके साथ 10 साल की कोई आपकी फ्रेंड, आई एम नॉट सेइंग वो आपकी रियल फ्रेंड नहीं है, बट द मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम आपके पेरेंट्स जो चाहते हैं आपके लिए और कोई नहीं चाहेगा. एंड समटाइम्स बच्चे क्या होते हैं इस चीज़ों को बहुत नेगेटिव वे में लेते हैं. एंड इट्स अ नेगेटिव वे कि आजकल के जो जनरेशन, स्पेशली टॉकिंग ऑफ द एडोलसेंट स्टेज, इस सब पे होना नॉर्मल है. बट अभी के टाइम पे एडोलसेंट में लाइक थोड़ा सा मोल्ड करना पड़ता है, पेरेंट्स को भी करना पड़ेगा. बिकॉज कोई पेरेंट नहीं चाहेगा कि उनका जो बच्चा है कहीं गलत पाथ पे जाए. दे वांट देम टू बी ऑन द राइट पाथ. मुझे लगता है अंडरस्टैंडिंग, आराम से बात करना, प्यार से बात करना इज़ ज़रूरी. एंड साथ साथ डांटना इज़ कंपल्सरी, ये ज़रूरी है. टॉकिंग अबाउट द मीडिया एंड दैट मुझे लगता है कि ऐसे जैसे कि मैंने बोला कि 2nd क्लास के बच्चे के पास होता है इंस्टाग्राम अकाउंट होता है, मतलब इतनी चीज़ें मुझे लगता है जिसकी शादी होने वाली उसके पास नहीं होता है जितने 2nd क्लास के बच्चे के पास होता है. फेसबुक, इंस्टाग्राम, ट्विटर, थ्रेड्स, ऑल दैट सब कुछ अवेलेबल होता है. एंड द पर्सन फील्स लाइक मैं क्यों मेहनत करूँ जब सब लोग वहीं से कुछ दे रहे हैं. सब लोग, मैं किस चीज़ के लिए मेहनत करूँ. लाइक इफ़ आई टॉक अबाउट टुडे, अगर मैं अगर हम आज की जनरेशन की बात करें, बच्चे को सारी फैसिलिटीज तो प्रोवाइड हो रही है, बट इनफैक्ट वो ये भी देख रहे हैं कि माई पेरेंट्स वॉन्ट मी टू लाइक, वो अपना लाइक एक ब्रीच ऑफ ट्रस्ट रख रहे कि मेरे पेरेंट्स मेरे पे इतना एफर्ट डाल रहे तो मुझे भी इनको एफर्ट्स कुछ देना है. बट एट द सेम टाइम उनके पेरेंट्स को बोले अगर आपसे ये नहीं हुआ, लीव इट, ट्राई टू डू समथिंग एल्स. वाई नॉट? पेरेंट्स शुड लाइक अगर हम आपको ये फैसिलिटीज प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं, यू शुड बी एबल टू डू इट.